Hello.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Aresu. So, could you please confirm that you can hear me?
Say again, sorry?
Could you please confirm that you can hear me?
Yes.
Thank you. I hope you're doing well and having a great day so far.
Thank you. I hope you too.
Yes, me too. So, regarding this meeting, it will be in interview format and will take approximately 20 to 25 minutes. I'll make it quicker, yes?
Yes, please. Sorry, just that
I'll make it down to 10 minutes, yeah.
Yes, okay.
So I hope it's okay with you, yeah? I will share my screen as and when required, and please consider that the questions that I ask, they'll be on behalf of my age group, which is around 11 to 13 years old.
Okay.
Have questions before we begin?
No? We can go. Go.
So here's the agenda for today. It is mainly spread into 3 sections. In the first section, there'll be a set of questions, followed by a personality check in the middle, which is a fun activity and something for you to take away. And lastly, some suggestion and advice questions from you. So I hope you're as excited as I am. So let's begin.
Okay, perfect.
So just to begin with, could you please briefly describe what your role is professionally?
Okay. I'm a senior medical statistician. So I work in statistical analysis. I work at the Royal Marsden. And we mainly work on cancer clinical trials.
So now I'm very interested to know which hobbies you enjoy.
My hobbies.
Sorry?
My hobbies.
Yes, please.
I like walking, forest, outdoor activity, camping, going to museum. So it's depending the season. If it's nice weather, outdoor. If it's bad weather, indoor.
Definitely. Thank you. So now moving on to the next question. Do you have a soft skill that you have and you're very glad to have? Maybe like communication or teamwork?
Okay, soft skill, I think team player. Yes, I think I'm very easygoing, so I think people likes to work with me. Yes, team player.
Thank you. So now I think teamwork is a very good thing because then everyone can work in a team. Definitely. Thank you. Now, moving on from that, is there a skill that you really wished you had?
Diplomacy. I'm not diplomatic at all.
So I think diplomatic, I think people should be. Yeah. So now moving on from skill questions to advice questions. Has there been a time when you were given a piece of advice and that you had followed it?
So someone gave me an advice, I follow it.
Please.
Okay. When I was younger, my parents need to add me for choice like university, school, and even when they start working, you need always to listen people with more experience.
Yeah, definitely. So you should listen.
Yeah.
So moving on, is there a skill, is there a piece of advice that you really wished you had?
An advice to follow?
Yes, that you really wished you followed.
Advice to follow. Usually, when I was teenager, they asked me to go to UK for some study experience. I didn't want to go because I didn't want to spend 3 months in UK, and I always regret it. Since then, I moved to live here. So that because for Italian, learning English can be difficult. So it was actually a good advice for me to learn English properly when I was younger.
So now, I think that's a very good one. And that you should always try learning a new language. And especially in your case, because you're Italian, so.
Yeah.
So just before we move on to the personality check, could you please try to describe yourself with 3 words?
Describe myself with 3 words. Okay. Hopefully, okay, that is difficult. Describe myself positive person, hard-working person. I really like to work, achieve results, and very organized. I'm extremely organized person.
Yeah. I think all those words, they're very good expression, like hardworking, organized. Okay.
Yeah.
So now we have finished the first section of this interview. So we move on to the second part, which, if you ask me, it's probably the most fun part in this whole interview.
Okay.
So there aren't any right or wrong answers, and if you feel that there are any hard questions, feel free to skip them. Yes?
Okay. All right.
So can you please describe each, put the following 5 animals in the order of your preference?
An order of my preference. Oh gosh. Horse.
Thank you.
Sheep.
Yes.
Tiger. Cow and pig.
Thank you. So now each one will tell what your priorities are in your life. So because you started with horse, that will be your first priority. Yes, so we'll move on to the next one and find out what your priorities are. So because you said horse first, your first priority in your life is your family.
Okay.
Then love. Then pride.
Yeah.
Then your job. And then money.
Okay. So I can see I'm not really looking for money. My husband is happy about it.
Okay. So we'll move on to the next one. So can you please tell me a word that you would use to describe each one of the following?
The following. Okay. Dog, loyalty. Cat, they can be a pain. They are quite annoying sometimes. Rat, disgusting. I hate rat, mouse, any rodent. Sea, home.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. So each one will describe a personality. So because you said dog was loyal, you're loyal. Your partner is a pain. Enemies are disgusting. And your life is your home.
Okay, can I never say to my husband that I say he's annoying being a cat?
Sure.
Okay.
So now we have finished the second section of this interview.
Okay.
So we'll move on to the third section, which is the suggestion and advice section. So from your personal experience, if you would like to give a piece of advice to children, what advice do you think you should give to them that they should follow?
For my experience, you need to experiment and work very hard now, because everything you achieve now is something will help you in future. So even if you think something is meaningless, not useful at the moment, not only for school, but even smaller working project, actually something to build you up for future experience. It's very important to achieve experience and at this age, because then when you get a little bit older, you're adult, you have less time, little bit tired to do experiment or do something else. So it's really crucial you do as much as you can learn as much as you can now, and that's it.
Yes, you should always try experimenting, especially at this young age, because you have time, and otherwise when you're grown up you won't really have time.
Yeah, even stupid things like knitting, cooking, everything, just to broaden your mind.
Thank you. So I think that's a very good piece of advice that you can give. And Moving on, is there a piece of advice that you should give to children that they shouldn't do?
They shouldn't do. Okay. Spend too much time on internet. Go outside. There is so much thing to see outside, and it's not like internet, tablet are not. They do not have the answer for everything. So outside is the real world.
Yeah, definitely. You should always try going outside, not really being on the gadgets. Thank you.
Yeah.
So thank you for all your time today. And talking about appreciation, I would like to present you with this certificate.
Thank you. Oh, thank you very much.
Yes, and I will email it to you, and I really hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
Okay, thank you very much. Thanks for the interview. It was really nice.
Yeah.